A drill rapper got caught slipping just hours after talking wild online. Another one was taken out right outside his own studio, and it all went down on camera. These are the drill artists whose lives ended in shocking ways, starting with BTB Savage, who reportedly defended himself during a failed robbery set up by some guys pretending they wanted to collaborate on a song. The men who showed up weren't really there for music. They allegedly came to take what he had, but BTB Savage, who had military training, trusted his instincts. Instead of backing down, he stood his ground to protect his girlfriend and his kids, ending up shooting one of the intruders while getting hurt himself with a wound to the elbow. But here's where things got even crazier. Instead of staying out of the spotlight after the incident, BTB Savage went online and posted photos standing in the middle of the messy aftermath with the caption, "Too much motion." What should have been a moment to move quietly turned into a viral post for attention, and that risky choice would soon bring serious trouble his way. The associates of the men involved in the failed robbery were reportedly furious about the things he was saying online. According to reports, on March 30th, 2023, surveillance cameras captured his final moments before tragedy struck. BTB Savage was driving his Mercedes through River Oaks, a calm and upscale neighborhood. But even in the safest parts of the city, danger can still be lurking just a few feet behind. Footage shows a black Subaru SUV following his white Mercedes just minutes before the chaos began. Two people jumped out, blocked BTB Savage in, and started shooting. They unleashed dozens of rounds, tearing through the car from every direction, leaving it full of holes and shattered glass. It's still unclear how many times he was struck or if he even got a chance to defend himself. But by the time help arrived, it was already too late. The fact that it happened in broad daylight, right in the calm, upscale neighborhood, left everyone stunned. BTB Savage had no space to get away, no time to react. Everything went down in seconds. From going viral online to being targeted on the streets, his story became one of the most shocking moments in the drill scene. But he wasn't the only one. Another Chicago rapper, Chef Bezu, met a similar fate in a daytime attack that left two others hurt. Newly released footage showed how the alleged attackers were waiting for Bezu before sprinting toward him and opening fire. In the clip, you can see Bezu walking down the street with two guys by his side, holding something in his hand, just talking like it was a normal day. Out of nowhere, chaos broke loose. From what people could tell, the attackers came from the far end of what looked like a parking lot. And before anyone could react, they ran straight toward Bezu and his crew. They were totally caught off guard, not even realizing what was coming until it was too late. The whole thing happened so fast, it felt unreal. One moment calm, the next pure panic. Nobody moved until the shots started going off at close range. Reports say Bezu was hit multiple times in the upper body and back, leaving him with injuries that were just too severe to recover from. It showed how fast things can turn dangerous when you let your guard drop, even for a second. Now, the story of Julio Fulio is tied deep into the long-running street tension in Jacksonville. That feud has been going on for years, and Fulio had been a known target for a while, mostly because of the back-and-forth disses and the history between the crews. Many believe that what happened to him was tied to revenge or old street grudges that never really died down. You can't talk about Fulio's story without mentioning Ace, because their history is linked forever. Ace's brother and two friends while celebrating a birthday when things went bad in the worst way. They were sitting in a car when another vehicle pulled up and started shooting, a drive-by that changed everything. Ace's brother was struck multiple times, but somehow survived, while his two friends sadly lost their lives right there at the scene. Ace was convinced Fulio had something to do with it, even though Fulio always denied any involvement. That loss hit Ace harder than anything. So much so that he got tattoos of all three names across his stomach as a permanent reminder of the people he lost. From that day forward, his focus shifted completely towards getting even. The two main crews, KTA, short for Kill 'Em All, and ATK, meaning Ace's top killers, were locked in a non-stop feud, both sides trying to prove they were on top. What began as heartbreak and personal revenge quickly exploded into a full-blown street war with back-to-back losses on each side. After the tragedy, Julio Fulio started making several posts online, bragging about what had happened, which only fueled the drama even more. Then in April 2021, he dropped a diss track called When I See You, where he taunted the passing of Jungeen Ace's brother and two friends. He even rapped chilling bars like, he ain't been the same since he seen them other three die. I'm 23, say your goodbye. Gave that boy the business like a suit and a bow tie. Lit they block up like the 4th of July. They got caught, and the whole world wanna know why. Went out to eat on his birthday. 4 hit, 3 gone in the worst way. It was bold, disrespectful, and instantly went viral. But that made him a bigger target than ever before. Not long after that, Foolio himself was shot at in a separate incident. He managed to survive, but that only made the tension worse. And it's believed that his rivals began planning something more calculated to get back at him. They chose to make their move on his birthday, turning what should have been a night of celebration into a nightmare. Hours before everything went down, Foolio was all over Instagram, posting about his birthday bash. He was partying at an Airbnb, showing himself laughing, dancing, and having a good time. In one tweet, he even wrote, "God, thank you for allowing me to see another year and celebrate another birthday." But while celebrating, Foolio made a risky mistake. He kept posting his location in real time. Every video, every post revealed exactly where he was, and that decision would come back to haunt him. Letting his rivals know what city he was in was already a huge risk, but revealing his exact location online made things way worse. At one point during the night, Foolio even admitted on social media that he was drunk, something he said he normally avoids. That slip-up let everyone know he wasn't fully alert, making him more exposed than usual. The celebration got so wild that police ended up shutting down the Airbnb party completely. After getting kicked out, Foolio posted about it online. And instead of calling it a night, he and a few close friends decided to keep the party going at a nearby Holiday Inn. Just moments after they arrived, things took a dark turn. Reports say that's when his rival showed up and the setup that had been brewing all night finally unfolded. While details are still unclear, witnesses claim Foolio was caught off guard by several unknown attackers. They allegedly pulled up and opened fire as Foolio tried to get away in his car, but he didn't make it out in time. It was a shocking and tragic ending to what was supposed to be a night of fun and celebration. And Foolio's case isn't the only one that shook the rap scene. Another artist, G Money, was also targeted in what many believe was tied to deeper street tension, not just personal drama. Some people claim the beef started over his rumored relationship with NBA YoungBoy's sister, but insiders say it went way beyond that. The long-standing rivalry between TBG and 4KT had already been heating up, and that pressure eventually reached a breaking point. In a later interview on Sage TV, G Money confirmed he did have a situation with YoungBoy's sister.
He mad about his sister too, though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though. You know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother and shit. You hear me? I guess he just let that fame and shit get to his head. Now he feel like he just this new nigga, whoever he supposed to be, whoever he called himself.
And that is what sparked the bad blood between them. But according to people close to both camps, the issues ran much deeper than one relationship. It was all part of a power struggle in Baton Rouge that had been brewing for years. G Money decided to take things to the mic and release the remix of Bloody Shoes, throwing direct shots at NBA YoungBoy. In the track, he rapped, "Lit dude, you can't mess with me. I got my paper up. Yeah, I hear them talking, they better not play with us. Most of them blew up from BR, they was fake. When I blow, my team the ones I'm doing it for. I don't know why he hating. Guess he mad about a girl. All y'all used to claim TBG. Look how you switched. How you got a bag if you always on my case? I ain't tripping. In that Audi, I'm ballin'. I came from the streets. I was stuck in the trenches." G Money didn't hold back at all. He straight up called YoungBoy out and warned him not to mess with TBG. He said YoungBoy was only mad because of a girl and reminded him how he used to hang around their crew before switching sides and acting brand new. The track stirred up massive attention online, with fans arguing over who was really telling the truth. Then in the same song, G Money referenced the past attack where someone had allegedly tried to harm him. He rapped, "The dude tried to get me, started hitting through the glass. I ain't get touched. His eyes must have been closed. Same one that came for me lost his soul." Those bars sent shockwaves through the Baton Rouge scene. People knew exactly what he was hitting at. But sadly, just hours before his life would be taken, G-Money was at the studio recording what many believe was another diss track aimed at YoungBoy. He and his close friend Fat Chapo had been working on new music deep into the night. After the session wrapped, G-Money got ready to leave and told Chapo to roll with him. While Chapo went inside to grab his things, the sound of gunfire broke the silence. By the time Chapo rushed outside, he saw G-Money on the ground, seriously injured. In a panic, he called G-Money's girlfriend and told her what happened. Moments later, emergency crews arrived, but it was already too late. G-Money didn't make it. The whole city was in disbelief. What made it even heartbreaking was that G-Money was right on the edge of major success. His buzz was growing fast, his name was everywhere, and people were calling him the next big star out of Baton Rouge. In that heartbreaking moment, G-Money was still alive, fighting for his life. As soon as his girlfriend got the call, she rushed straight to the studio in total panic. But by the time she arrived, the entire area had been taped off by police. Officers wouldn't let her get close, leaving her standing there, crying and desperate for answers. Hours later, G-Money was finally taken to the hospital, but sadly, he didn't survive his injuries. The news spread fast, leaving fans in the Baton Rouge music scene in complete shock. Street talk started spreading almost immediately after the tragedy. Rumors claimed that NBA affiliate Ben 10, who's also NBA YoungBoy's cousin, might have been connected to what went down. Some even alleged he was with the group that carried out the attack and said something cold before the shots went off like, "Go to sleep." None of this was ever officially confirmed, but the speculation only made the tensions between the two camps worse. Meanwhile, over in another corner of the drill scene, a whole new feud was heating up between two groups, Trap City and Drill City. Things really blew up after Lil Jeff, a rapper from Drill City, allegedly ran off with a chain belonging to Trap City's own Carter in early 2023. The situation got messy fast, especially after a video surfaced online showing Lil Jeff wearing what looked like Carter's chain that same day. Members of Trap City, including Rob Terrell and another affiliate, later spoke out in an interview, saying that one stolen piece of jewelry completely ruined what used to be a friendly relationship between the two crews.
They say his dad from down here, Big J or something like that.
Everybody
Big Jeff.
from around here. Anybody you got.
Also, his daddy is from down here.
Yeah, fuck used to hang with them. They know what they did.
So, okay.
They know what they did.
So, okay, the Bloodhounds, y'all was cool.
Everybody that got a
That was my homie.
He stole the chain, bro. We tried like he took it. He stole my homie chain.
Was that South J or some shit?
Nah, brother.
One of the other guys.
This one of the other. This other one.
Both letting him wear the J. He come back like he got into a happy. He was 12, laughing. He lost it. You know what I'm saying? That's how motherfucker broke their little shit. You know motherfuckers fucking with them.
After that, there was no turning back. Both sides started moving with caution, waiting for the next move. But the feud took a deadly turn when Jeff's cousin Z-Money was reportedly shot and killed on March 16, 2023. Even though Jeff was believed to be the main target, it seems the attackers went after someone close to him as a warning shot.
Yeah, I love,
for real though.
yeah, I love that nigga at that store. Too bad his ass ain't die. He get to see y'all. I'm glad though, he can see y'all talk about him all day. His ass should have died. Ain't that nigga at that store should have died? They always talk about homies. That nigga they always talking about. Right, folks. I don't know nothing about no loot. I don't know nothing about no
should have died.
Oh.
Sending a clear message. Then, just 3 months later, Jeff, along with Bloodhound and Q50, allegedly struck back in retaliation. On June 25th, 2023, around 8:55 p.m., tragedy hit again. Another life was lost, and the violence showed no signs of slowing down. A 19-year-old Trap City member named Al Real, also known as Jelly Al Goins, lost his life while sitting inside a rideshare vehicle in Chicago's Little Italy neighborhood. According to police reports, someone reportedly walked up to the car on the 1300 block of West Taylor Street and started shooting before taking off on foot. In a panic, the rideshare driver sped away and rushed Al to Rush University Medical Center. But sadly, he didn't make it and was pronounced dead shortly after arriving. The news shook the city, marking yet another young life lost to the street conflicts. The following year, Trap City reportedly decided to get back at their rivals. In 2023, Lil Jeff and Q50 were allegedly involved in an incident where a man named Glenn was shot multiple times, reportedly 15, but somehow survived. Lil Jeff even went live later, bragging about it and saying things like he should have been gone. That only made things worse, reigniting the feud that had already spiraled out of control. Not long after, Lil Jeff and his crew allegedly circled back through the same area, apparently trying to finish what they started. But this time, things flipped completely. On June 8, 2024, Lil Jeff himself was caught in a deadly exchange, and it ended tragically for him. A video later surfaced online, appearing to show the moment when Lil Jeff and his rivals exchanged gunfire in the middle of the street. Reports claim the shootout involved Lil Jeff and Glenn from Trap City. Witnesses said Jeff was chasing Glenn, firing off several rounds, but during the chaos, Jeff was struck multiple times and collapsed on the scene. Emergency responders rushed him to a nearby hospital, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. It all kicked off with King Von, and the story started right after he got out of jail. On Instagram Live, Von openly said he was cool with NBA YoungBoy and that he actually liked his music.
Fuck YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
He talking crazy on this man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On his ass, nah.
On his
All that cap. You got cap in your rap.
There were even clips of Von riding around, rapping along to YoungBoy's lyrics in his car. Clearly a fan back then, but something behind the scenes must have gone wrong, because not long after, another live surfaced, this time showing Von in a car again while a YoungBoy song played. But instead of vibing, he was mocking the lyrics and throwing shade at the bars. At first, it didn't seem like a serious issue, just regular rap competition and playful shots. But as time went on, things started heating up between the two camps. A couple of years later, Von posted a half-crop photo on Instagram that sent social media into a frenzy. The picture showed just enough to make it obvious he was hanging out with YoungBoy's ex and the mother of his child. Even though her face wasn't fully visible, everyone instantly knew who it was, and the internet exploded with rumors. Von tried to play it cool, saying they were just working on music together. But by then, it was too late. The damage was already done, and people from both sides were taking it personally. That one post lit up social media and got both fan bases talking non-stop, turning a small situation into a full-blown online feud. Not one to stay quiet, YoungBoy fired back fast. He posted a picture of himself with his son and captioned it, "I'ma make sure my son got your daughter since you trolling." That one line had the internet in chaos as fans debated whether it was a real threat or just a shot in the ongoing back and forth. Then, to stir things even more, YoungBoy took it a step further. He linked up with Asian Doll, Von's ex-girlfriend, not long after she and Von had split. That move had people losing their minds online, fueling the fire between their circles even more. King Von didn't stay quiet. He fired back on Twitter with a series of posts that had everyone talking. He wrote things like, "That new stuff y'all dropped is trash," and hinted that he had personal dirt on his rival, saying, "I got some things on your baby moms that'll make you not even want to claim your kids." It was clear the tension was boiling over, and NBA YoungBoy wasn't about to back down either. YoungBoy came right back with his track, Dead Trolls, where he rapped, "Travel round with hella troops. I got pictures of you, little dude, planning on staying in something in Atlanta too. Won't pull up on me, but I know you still in Pampers. Sunset tripping too. Bounty hunter dude trying to eat the crew." Those lyrics made it obvious. The shots were aimed directly at Von and his circle. Then on November 4th, DJ Academics invited King Von onto his podcast to clear the air about all the rumors surrounding his supposed beef with NBA YoungBoy. During the interview, Von kept it real. He said he didn't have any real problem with YoungBoy, that it was mostly the internet blowing things up for clicks. He even laughed it off, saying people were turning a small situation into fake drama just to start controversy. But just 2 days later, tragedy struck in the worst way. King Von lost his life after a violent altercation outside Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. What started as a fight between Von and members of Quando Rondo's group turned deadly within seconds. During the chaos, Rondo's close friend Lil Tim pulled out a weapon and fired shots that ended Von's life right there on the scene. After that night, everything spiraled even more out of control. The tension between Young Boy's crew and Lil Durk's circle exploded to new levels, with both sides trading words, music, and moves in the streets. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any darker, Quando Rondo's friend Lou Pab was later killed at a gas station in what many believed was a revenge attack. The cycle of beef, pride, and pain left scars that still echo through the rap game today, proof that sometimes the streets and the spotlight collide in the worst way possible. If you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wildest stories in rap. Tap one of the videos on your screen to keep watching. The next story is just as shocking.